All right, here's the mess in all its glory behind me. I'll screw it. Okay, so I'm going to avert my eyes from any form of distraction, including the chat, just so I can say my piece, and I'll make it brief. My phone has been just going off nonstop. Um, Let me just say, and I've made this clear, like it almost, I don't want to use the term redundant because that infers something negative. How do you say it? What's the opposite of beating a dead horse? How about this is just celebrating your blessings. Simply put, I had the opportunity finally tonight. I finally had the opportunity to reach out and like this is the beauty of I suppose the YouTube world. There's a lot of things that you can choose to focus on if you so desire, which are negative, which will take you down a peg, make you depressed. A topic I had written, if I chose to go live tonight, was about how we all have been desensitized to some of the most disturbing aspects of life. And for anybody that may pop in that is relatively new, this is not the usual format of the Progressive Patriot Hour show, whatever the case. Still feel bizarre talking about myself in the third person, but that's the moniker that I go under. Tonight, I did a couple things, and before anything gets back to me as if I did something wrong, let me just tell on myself. That's a big part of transparency. Oh, and to the I hope for your sake, this is the last time that you try to get me to mention you. I know the individual out there that has, oh my God, you told my full name. You told my full name in the public streets of YouTube. Eli Wieland? No, and you said it wrong. It's not Wayland. It's Wieland. Okay. I don't know if you know the show. You're kind of old. You're near my age. You're well, maybe not. Like Bobby's World, they used to always get his last name wrong. They would always say Bobby Generic, and he'd say Generic. Okay, so son, it's Eli Wieland, and yes, I was in recovery. I've made that very clear. Everything that I've ever done is in some shape or form on YouTube. Whether it be the 3-year show I did called Stuck in the Middle that's still standing, or this very venture right here. There's nothing that you said that is some sort of private info that I'm so shocked and afraid that's been outed about me, son. Look, you got far more charges than I do, and I don't even want to be addressing a bottom feeder because that's what you are to me for now. If you keep choosing to keep my name in your mouth, whatever the hell you're gonna do, man, you're bringing some actions upon yourself, and that's all I gotta say. Because I am not polarized and focused on negativity or toxicity. If we're gonna own up to being grown adults here, let's act as such. So, moving forward, what I came here to say is that by God, I had the opportunity tonight, to speak to Patty Lynn and say thank you. I got to say thank you to her and to her family. I got to explain finally without just having to type. I got to say with my voice, which is the most important thing that I think we all have to give sometimes when there's nothing left of our energy, when there's nothing left that our bodies can give. It's our voice and what we express. And I got to express my gratitude. I got to explain that, yes, you and your family, you and your son, Ryan Upchurch, Patty Lynn, both of you saved my life. And I don't, I was going to say cannot afford to scrap that. I do not give a flying shit about the people in the background somewhere that feel like I owe them something or that I have ridden on the coattails of Creek Squad. Creek Squad embraced me, and I'm grateful for that. And going through the line here, it's a thank you to Ryan Upchurch, Patty Lynn, and Creek Squad, period. Anybody else that has a problem, well, if you're not going to keep it to yourself, keep on doing what you do to bring it to light that you see an issue with me doing what I do. And that will serve as kindle from a fire to keep on doing what I'm doing. So, keeping this positive and in step with the message, I am so thankful. I am overcome with gratitude. The positivity, the energy, the confidence that I feel pumping through my veins and my heart. I am just reinvigorated. Like I think the first 2 days of those two double shifts I had in the early part of the week here. What was it? Tuesday, Wednesday, and here I am now. We're at, I think, technically Saturday. It took a lot to get through the work week, and I had to. Here, I showed this to Miss Patty Lynn. Let me stop calling her Miss Patty. She's not an old person. I showed this to Patty Lynn on her panel tonight. So this is my first time showing it to you all. I did tape a note onto my phone. So because sometimes, everybody learns differently. Some people learn visually, audibly, or there's the other term, tactile, I think, is when you learn through both ways, or you have to practice and learn thusly. So I wrote, put the YT world down and live in the now. Because when I was working my ass off, taking deliveries and, you know, dealing with customers, crunching numbers, I found myself thinking about what, a bunch of toxic people wanted me to think, which means they won. So, congratulations, toxic people, for 2 days out of 38 years of life. You won. I thought about how much it bothered me that y'all wanted me to be bothered. And then I learned finally, I somehow got to just have a thought of clarity that I realized and recognized simply this. And I wrote it down and I repeated it earlier. Hatred, toxicity, negativity is like a barren wasteland, like a isolated island, and you can leave it to be just that, barren, obscure, isolated, never to be discovered. Hell, you don't even know if there's life on it. But if you choose to look into it and feed it, you're throwing a life raft towards that island of pure negativity, and then you're giving it life so it can continue to do what it does to you. The greatest lesson I've ever learned, and I'm grateful for anybody that took the time and the effort to make multiple profiles or stalk me, no matter what channel or even what website I went to show me just how much they just don't like me. I am so grateful that that happened to bring me to where I am now in this state of clarity. And that's that. And now I have nothing left than to fully understand that things like that do not warrant or merit your attention, but the things that are blessings, positivity, the things that help reinvigorate you, the things that give you strength, passion, purpose, cause, these are the things that are worth your time to focus on. And thank you for putting the necessity of life in perspective for myself. Because if it wasn't for all the things I thought I had to run away from, I wouldn't have learned that all it took was recognizing how small and insignificant it is in the grand scheme and totality of our lives on this little speck in the universe. So thank you for the lesson. Thank you so much to everybody, odd fans, hate watchers, but most importantly, community, Pro Pat Fam. This community, this platform that I intend to use for what was done for me on this very platform. A life raft was thrown to me, and I intend to throw as many life rafts out there as possible, not to the little obscure island that nobody gives a shit about, but to the people that have shared their stories of addiction and being a survivor and being what was a victim, because you are no longer a victim. You are now the embodiment of strength. Everybody that shared details of their experiences and their fights with me, discreetly and privately within the email or on a panel, I thank you all. I thank you all so much. It makes going to work and feeling like my soul is just slowly draining, like Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat just sucked it out. It, it makes all that just feel so small. and the purpose and the mission that I have before me, that I have set as a goal beyond a bucket list. It's not just something I want to scratch off a tally or chalkboard and say, yeah, I got it done. No, I want to ensure that a legacy is in place after I am no longer here. That's the best gift I think I could possibly give to my family. I see pride in my father's face. I see love in my mother's eyes. That's all I give a shit about. Y'all just, with your silly insults that don't warrant repetition or being said out loud, like, it's just they die with me. Your hate dies with me. And even less than that, because I will pay it like I've been saying. It's 2 videos now I've said I'm not going to pay attention to it. This is just me nailing the coffin right here. Like, you truly have taken the time in your pursuit of showing hate, taught me why hate is so insignificant and small in the grand scheme of a life that you find purpose for. So let me say to anyone on either side, hate, love, appreciation, curiosity, find purpose. Identify things that unify us. And if you happen to find a divider, maybe you find somebody on YouTube you don't like, dare to let that be an invitation to conversation, not always confrontation, unless that's, of course, all you want and live for, which that means you just have a small, sad life. I intend to live bigger and better than that. I owe that to the people that gave me a second lease on life, and I owe that to the people that have entrusted me with this platform. And the gratitude outweighs anything negative, and it will forever. And it will never stop. I will not stop. So, all right, I covered a lot. I try to stay vague because I'm not trying to feed it, but I'm human, and I'm not going to pretend I'm not. I'm going to speak what I want to speak on my own damn channel, but I am accountable to my community. And if my community has something to say, I will listen to them. But outside of that, kick rocks. Good night. Much love. Let's do our thing, people. Out. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'll get it, I promise. Here we go. Out.